Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
A rash of break-ins at several Fargo businesses has some shop owners on edge. They happened overnight around North Fargo. Cactus Jack's Saloon, Curious Kids Childcare, Happy Harry's Liquor on 19th, and Used a Bit Pawn were all broken into. After speaking with most of these business owners, they say nothing significant was stolen, but windows were broken. The Fargo Police Department is investigating the break-ins. An officer on duty tells us they don't know if all the break-ins were related, since some businesses are miles apart. Police arrested a man who is suspected of breaking into numerous cars in a downtown Fargo parking ramp. They took 49-year-old Anthony Harper into custody for unlawful entry into a motor vehicle and possession of drug paraphernalia. Police responded to the Island Park parking ramp around 1:30 this morning on a report of multiple cars with windows broken out and a man inside one of those vehicles. Harper is being held in the Cass County Jail. It is warm today, but we can handle the 80s, right? No triple digits yet. Hutch, what's on the horizon for this evening?
Well, we have seasonable temperatures and 1 or 2. That's about it. Thunder showers across the valley. The Cooperstown area having a rumble of thunder. Otherwise, just very sparse activity across the region on the radar tonight. It looks dry for the vast majority of us. And as we head through the evening hours, temperatures really the big story of the day. It's hot up in the northern valley where things have been drier. 88 Devils Lake and Grand Forks, 84 in Roseau. We are 86 in Fargo as of the top of the hour. Your planner shows temperatures slipping into the lower 80s by the 6 o'clock hour, then 70s for the remainder of your evening. I think we stay high and dry here. Likewise for Grand Forks, it looks like a quiet night with temperatures eventually slipping into the 70s. Overnight, we could see some patchy areas of fog, and a good old-fashioned heat wave is on its way to the valley. I'll have details on the potential record-breaking weather ahead here in a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Hutch. A 64-year-old man from Grand Forks is dead after being pulled from Devil's Lake. It happened around 4 yesterday afternoon. Ramsey County Sheriff Steve Nelson says the man was launching his boat when it came off his trailer and the wind started to push it away from the shore. The sheriff says the man jumped into the water and tried to swim to the boat, but it continued to float farther away. The man eventually got tired and started to swim back to shore before he went underwater. Another boat was able to find the man, pulled him from the water, and brought him to shore. He was taken to the Devil's Lake Hospital where he died. His name has not been released yet. The Diocese of Duluth has added 2 priests to a list of clergy credibly accused of sexually abusing a child. The Roman Catholic Diocese, serving northeastern Minnesota, added Reverends William C. Graham and Roland Antis to the list. In Graham's case, he is accused of abuse that reportedly occurred in the 1970s. When the accusation was made, the 68-year-old Graham was immediately placed on administrative leave as pastor of St. Michael's Catholic Church in Duluth. He denies the allegations, and his lawsuit against the accuser goes to trial in 2 weeks. The 83-year-old Antis was accused of abuse that allegedly happened in the 1980s. Antis was immediately removed from ministry when the allegation was made. He retired in 2008. Authorities have confirmed 1 man is dead after a crash in Dilworth. Police tell us a 50-year-old man died after his car hit the ditch around 1:30 this morning. It happened at 9th Street Southwest and 4th Avenue Southwest in Dilworth. Crews had to use the jaws of life to get the man out of his vehicle. His name hasn't been released yet. Stick with Valley News Live as we continue to follow this story.
It was horrific and rude and disrespectful of, a human being.
There are more allegations coming in from callers who say there's inadequate care at a long-term care facility in Fargo. But the state health department says the facility's daily operations are standard with other hospitals. Valley News Team's Melanie Palmer investigates the latest allegations.
It was an absolute disgust being at your hospital.
We've uncovered more allegations against patient care at Vibra. Vibra is a long-term care facility in Fargo. We told you last week about a man named Josh Trichler. He claims he developed these bed sores after staying at Vibra. But new information we gathered from the North Dakota Health Department finds patient care discrepancies of what they say are pretty standard. In other words, they're typical for a facility of this type.
It was heartbreaking and horrible.
But after our story last week, we heard from more than a dozen people complaining about the care. their loved ones have gotten there. Among them is Melissa Lepper.
I just can't believe the level of care that he received there, or lack thereof, really.
Lepper says her grandpa spent some time at Vibra. He was there for a little over a month. She tells us he was diagnosed with cancer, had surgery, and then went to Vibra. But she says her grandpa wasn't getting the attention he needed.
His door was wide open. He was completely naked. His monitors were off of him. And so all of his alarms were going off. Nobody was in there.
And Lepper tells us she believes the shortcomings at this facility all come down to one thing.
They're understaffed. I mean, the nurse said it himself to me. We are understaffed.
So we took these complaints to the Vibra CEO, Custer Hughesby. He told us he disagreed with the story we did last week, but he says the staffing levels are not an issue. And he tells us the nurse-to-patient ratio is where it should be. And again, though he couldn't speak specifically to this case, he says the facility has consistently demonstrated exceptional patient care in the last 20 years. In Fargo, Melanie Palmer, Valley News Live.
We again told the Vibra CEO that we're hearing other complaints, and he tells us the state health department is always welcome to come and inspect the facility. Many of you saw our previous story on Vibra Health, the facility, and reached out to us at Valley News Live on Facebook. You can follow the stories like this one, as well as our breaking news updates, anytime on your feed. Just search Valley News Live, like our page, and you'll stay informed throughout the entire day. Cheyenne Street is back open after a gas leak shut it down earlier. It was a hectic morning commute for some in West Fargo after the gas leak had Cheyenne Street closed between 32nd and 26th Avenues South. Public Works officials say a 6-inch line was cut. No one was injured during the leak. Starting August 13th, Fargo-Cass Public Health will have new hours for the clinic. Here's a list of their new hours of operation. Monday and Thursday from 7:45 in the morning until 6:30 at night. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7:45 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. All services provided by the clinic will remain the same. You can call them if you have questions or need to schedule an appointment, 241-1383. Today was a perfect day to get outside and grill some burgers, and that's exactly what local law enforcement did at the 14th annual Night to Unite Hamburger Cook-Off. Fargo Police Chief David Todd took home the trophy for the third time in a row. He says Night to Unite isn't just about winning, though. It's about getting law enforcement out in the community with people they serve.
Going to their block parties, listening to their concerns, introducing them to the officers that work in their neighborhood, and giving them the chance to meet them, get to know them on a personal level, and then discuss any issues we have and problem solve them together.
Local law enforcement will be attending block parties throughout the night. There are 87 parties in the Moorhead area, and in West Fargo, the main event is at Elmwood Park from 5 to 8. The Honeybee Soap Company is taking it to a new level when it comes to creating their own products. From soap to lip balms, owner Brittany Sinclair can make it all. The Honeybee Soap Company is known for its homemade soaps, but their bath bombs are also a hit. They also take personal requests if you would like to make a gift even more special. The company says it's getting a head start on Christmas, creating some of their favorite holiday soaps. The Moorhead Strip Mall is on pace to lose another store. Brookdale Liquors at 2519 8th Street South in the Strip Mall with Papa Murphy's and Great Clips is closing on August 17th. A sign posted on the store says the owner is retiring after decades in the business. The liquor store is in the same area that used to be home to Family Fare, which closed in April. It's a video that has gone viral, and it happened right here in Fargo. Last night, number 16 and outfielder for the Fargo Moorhead Redhawks, Brennan Metzger, was thrown out of the game after placing a trash can behind home plate. Take a look at this. In the video, you can see Metzger going to the dugout, grabbing the trash can and running it out to the field. Metzger disagreed with the strike 3 call the umpire ruled and wasn't afraid to express his frustration.
Well, yeah, I was a little upset about the strike call in that situation. You know, the guy had been having a tough one back there all night, and I was just asking him about it. And the guy tossed me for saying, "You're killing me." And at that point, you know, I was like, well, I'm going to get my money's worth. And that's pretty garbage for him to throw me out for.
The video has reached SportsCenter and several other major networks. LeBron James with the Los Angeles Lakers even made a comment about the video.